Today we're going to continue in the chapter 1 to 3 packet on page 11, and we're going to learn how to do a double conversion, meaning that there's a numerator and a denominator in the number that you're trying to convert. So let's suppose you're driving down the highway at 65 miles per hour, and you want to determine how many meters per second that is. So you have two conversions to do. You have to change miles into meters and hours into seconds. You're going to focus on one of those at a time. So let's focus on the miles first. You want to get out of miles, so it has to go in the denominator, and you want to go to a unit that gets you to meters, so kilometers is going to be along the way, and we would give you this conversion that would be 1.61 kilometers per 1 mile. So I would give you that conversion. So now you know you canceled out miles. Now you want to cancel out kilometers, and you want to go to meters. So kilometers and meters. What you can do is look at your packet at the metric worksheet, and the metric worksheet is going to be on page 17, and page 17 in your packet will give you a whole bunch of those relationships. So if you look at kilo, that means 1,000. So there are 1,000 or 10 to the third meters in 1 kilometer. So you're going to get rid of that unit, and now you have the unit of meters, and you're good. So you got your meters. So now what you're going to do is you're going to refocus, and you're going to try to get rid of hours, and you want to go to seconds. So let's realize that hours has to go on the top in the numerator to get rid of this hours right here. And you want to get to seconds, which is a smaller unit. So the smaller unit of hours is going to be minutes. And then you're going to just ask yourself, what's the relationship between hours and minutes? And the answer is 60. So you're going to cancel out the hours, and now you want to cancel out the minutes. So you're going to write minutes up here, and you want to go to seconds. And then you ask yourself, how many seconds are in a minute? The answer is 60. So now you've canceled out or divided out minutes. And when you do the math for this, again, you have to be careful. When there's things in the denominator, you have to use divided by each time. So you would say 65 times 1.61 times 1,000 divided by 60 divided by 60. You have to hit divided by each time. If you want to put a multiplication sign here, you would have to use parentheses around the whole thing. So you'd have to say 65 times 1.61 times 1,000 divided by parentheses 60 times 60 parentheses. My advice is just hit divided by every time for the denominators, and you won't go wrong. When you're all done with this problem, you're going to find out that this is 29 meters per second. 29 meters per second. That's pretty long distance. So when you're driving down the highway, if you take your eyes off the road for 1 second, you've traveled 29 meters. 2 seconds would be almost 60 meters. So another good reminder why you never want to take your eyes off the road while you're driving, especially to do something like texting or anything like that. That would be a very bad move.